Can Clark Kent win a battle against his dark mirror opposite? Or has the villainous Blue Earth organization truly found the Man of Steel's Achilles heel? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1058 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue had left off, Clark had just finished a hard-hitting interview segment with Norah Stone, the mysterious leader of the Blue Earth hate group. On his way out, though, Clark ended up getting jumped by Norah's bodyguard, who activated a strange crystal on his wrist and managed to assume the Man of Steel's form. This mystery assailant says that Superman brought all of this on himself, and once he's done killing him, he's going to destroy an entire city block while wearing his face and costume. Naturally, this puts poor Clark into a pretty rough situation. He wants to fight back, but he knows he can't. He's still in Clark Kent mode, and doing so might very well give away the game. So instead, he just kind of lets himself get wailed on for a little bit until he can come up with a better plan, and oh man, the better plan he comes up with is actually quite a doozy. You see, while this fake Superman may have actually done a pretty good job copying real Superman's powers, he's still too dumb to actually grasp the full magnitude of what it actually means to be Superman and what these abilities come with. Like, oh sure, you have super hearing, but guess what you don't have? A lifetime of learning to actually manage it and siphon out all the different sounds that won't leave you deaf and bleeding from the ears. Oh cool, you have heat vision. Well, guess what? Use it too much and too quickly, you could blind yourself. Hell, using heat vision actually exhausts Superman's reserve of solar energy. The final cherry, though, on this Sunday is Clark actually using his Supercorp connections to activate one of Lex Luthor's old satellites so that he can shoot this fake with a giant space laser. Oh, the irony that tools Luthor built to kill Superman are now coming in clutch to actually save his life. Of course, Norah is quick to try and spin this story in her favor, saying that once again Superman caused untold destruction in the city of Metropolis and that all the normal people just have to sit by and take it. Because he's an alien and he's a god and people only survive on the goodwill of Superman, but no more. Blue Earth is developing its own devices that will allow regular citizens to harness the power of the sun finally. Oh my god, they're making their own batches of Sunny D, the bastards! It's after that the comic actually calms down considerably as we check back on in at the Kent household. Lois is doing everything she can as a journalist to confront these spurious claims made by Norah and Blue Earth. It's at that moment too Kara and the rest of the kids actually come in. It seems that Otho and Ossul had what was essentially their first day of school today. How did it go? It could have gotten better. Ossul continues to be quite aggressive, not being able to shake that prison planet mentality. And it seems she almost got into a physical fight with another kid when they insulted her younger brother, and I mean, yeah man, prison rules, always hit the biggest inmate first, show your dominance. Lois tries to do the proper motherly thing and explain to Ossul that she can't just solve every problem with violence. It's at that very moment Superman ends up stumbling in with half a world's worth of crap kicked out of him, kinda undermining the lesson she was trying to teach, huh? No worries though, Aunt Kara decides to take the kids aside for story time, and oh boy, is this some great lore building they do right here. You see, as Kara explains, back in ancient Krypton, every great house had their own symbol, as well as songs, stories, and lore. You've probably heard one of the House of L's most famous stories, the tale of the Flamebird and the Nightwing. Supergirl wanted some stories to read to the Super Twins directly. Unfortunately for the Phalasians, whenever they broke off from Kryptonian society, their own stories and lore were destroyed. Luckily for Othel and Ossul, Kara was able to find some collected stories of lore from the House of Rao in the secret library of Kandor. And it's from this book we hear a story of two great giants, one who built and one who destroyed, as well as two warring tribes, who were forced to put a stop to their differences and give up their greatest warriors for the good of the entire planet. Those two warriors were named the Red Sun and the Starchild. Hey kids, you like those names? You're gonna need official superhero code names soon enough, and those sure sound like good names. Lord knows Nightwing has been working really well for Dick Grayson. You better grab those names, because if you don't, someone's going to. There's been like 3 different Flamebirds. It's after that we check back on in with Norah. In fact, we actually get to see her innermost sanctum inside the church wherein Blue Earth was holding their rallies. It seems this is a deeply, darkly magical place complete with all sorts of different artifacts, including, is that supposed to be a stuffed Etrigan the Demon? Wow. We also see that Norah has masters that exist within some sort of strange cauldron, one that actually knows Kryptonians fairly well. These things, whatever they are, claim to bleed Kryptonians for their power, but Norah says she has a better idea in mind, someone within the House of El that she can turn to their side. And that if they were able to pull off such an amazing feat, they would have enough power to feed them for the foreseeable future. But wait, there's more. As the comic comes to an end, John Henry Irons asks Superman to join him at Steelworks. You see, Clark's body is still pretty banged up from that fight with his doppelganger, but thankfully, though, he's been given a brand new suit to help him until he's back to full power, and because Superman keeps going on about all the sword skills he learned while fighting on Warworld, John decides to give him a knight-style suit of armor complete with a brand new sword. Man of Steel indeed, am I right, as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Action Comics number 1058, everyone, and overall I thought this was a fun and enjoyable issue, one wherein I actually enjoyed the downtime with the family more than I actually enjoyed the action bits. We know for a fact now that Philip Kennedy Johnson's time on the Action comic books is actually going to be winding down in the not-too-distant future, so it's good to know he still has lots of stuff to share, as well as fun and unexpected twists and turns for the book to take. In the meantime, I really liked everything with the old Asian storybook. I especially like that Supergirl got to have a nice moment with the kids and everything too. I'm also interested in the idea that this evil magical force might be trying to turn one of Superman's own adopted children against him. Who could they be talking about? Are they talking about Osol because she has a bit of an anger problem? Maybe Othol because he feels a little weak always having his sister coming to protect him? Or maybe are they talking about someone completely different? I don't know, but it's definitely something that has me invested in the story moving forward. There's also two really solid backup stories in this one that focuses on the twins again, and another one that focuses on Kong Keenan, the Superman of China. Overall, I think I feel comfortable giving this one another solid 8 out of 10. Man, it feels good to have such consistently good Superman stories across both titles right now, doesn't it? Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.